All right, and I'm back. I've been busy. Man. I was visiting family members. I was working. I didn't take a lot of time off of work these last 2 weeks and everything. I've been busy, but I've been watching everything. It's just some stuff I even had to see like a couple hours later after it came on television, so I wasn't live tweeting as much on all my shows. But I saw everything. And yes, follow me on Twitter because I live tweet on most every show that I do a review for, and also I live tweet doing some other shows too. So just be there. You know what I mean? It's in the description down below. Anyway, let's get into this first one. I'm going to do these two episodes together. A little short review for the first one because it was okay, and then I'm gonna go into a better review for the second one. And what we got first is episode 19 of season 7 of Arrow, entitled Spartan. Right then and there, we already knew it's probably going to deal is John Diggle heavy episode, and he usually gets 1 or 2 episodes every season, and he should. He's a main character since season 1, and I enjoy him sometimes. Most of the time, I enjoy the Diggle storylines, and I really enjoyed this episode a lot more than I thought I was, because although it was heavy on Diggle, everybody was still involved in this episode, and they still played to some certain things. Emiko was still a factor in this episode, not so much. And they even had some of the flash forward to some of the future events that's happening with Felicity, and you know what else? I like the relationship between Mia and what is it? What's his name? Connor. Yeah, and then we found out that John Jr. is actually a head of the Deathstroke clan or group or gang. Whatever, and because he had a falling out with Connor and also Diggle, his father, John Sr. So that was pretty cool. We didn't get a chance to see JJ, aka John Jr., because they called him JJ. And it's like, what's he going to look like now? Because the actor who's playing Connor played John Jr. in that episode of Legends where it was in the future and Oliver had, an arm missing and stuff. So, I mean, what is he going to look different now? Or are they going to use the same actor and do the camera trick thing or whatever? I don't know, but I do hope we get to see him, you know what I mean? See what it's like. They have a whole clan, a Deathstroke clan. I'm like, okay, cool. But I do like the flash forward episodes. I really like them. They were getting better and better each time they showed them. I really didn't know how it was going to go, how well it was going to go, but I really enjoyed them. I really do now. And I wouldn't mind seeing more in season 8 is going to be short, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, but Diggle finding out that his stepdad, we're finding out about his stepdad, who's a colonel or whatever, and finding out that's actually, the story he thought about his dad, like his stepdad married his mom 6 months after his dad's death, his dad died the hero, finding out that's not true, and what really happened was his dad disobeyed orders, and it was covered up by his stepdad, who was trying to, just save the family some grief from knowing that their husband, father got killed by his own negligent actions. That was kind of cool. And seeing how Diggle finally started accepting his stepdad as somebody. He was actually looking out for him. It's kind of cliche. It happens in television shows. But I enjoyed this. He also was a part of some Spartan program that his stepdad put him in. He was always hard on him, trying to make him a good guy or stronger so he could deal with this world and the way it is and stuff. It was cool, but they got kidnapped. Both of them got kidnapped. Emiko was trying to find out some information, and those the bad guys or whatever. What the heck is this on my finger? It was a good episode overall. Oliver had to find out how to get John back, and I don't know. I enjoyed the episode. It was really good. But I just really want to get into this next episode, so we're doing it now. This is episode 20 of season 7, and it's entitled Confessions. This episode was one of the best episodes all seasons. And I say one of the best because there's a lot of episodes I like this season. But Roy is back. I enjoy Roy. Red Arrow, Arsenal, whatever you want to call him. I enjoyed him ever since he's been a part of this show as a part of Team Arrow also. I enjoyed him. Even before in season 1. But I love Roy on the show. And I remember about 2 seasons ago, Stephen Amell was saying that he wants Roy back. That was how I felt too. I was like, I liked him when he was part of the team, but the actor, he has like anxiety issues, so he couldn't be on the show all the time. But he made appearances here and there, and an episode here, episode there. But he was mainly in the flash forward episodes. And you can see last season he gained some weight when Thea and went to go rescue him when he came back to Star City or something like that. But it looks like he lost some weight, got back into shape, and I just loved the whole episode. It was pretty cool. It played out like a Clue. You know how the movie Clue is? Everybody's telling what they saw and what happened because some cops got murdered. And Oliver's team was there. So they were in for questioning. And Diana was questioning them. I knew she was in on it. I knew she was just playing. Well, I had a feeling, you know what I mean? And we come to find out she was. But I like how everybody was telling their version of the story. And they're like, when I got there, nobody was there and it was these dead bodies. I heard the shots. Then Renee said that part. Then Diggle says his part. He's like, I got there. Renee was standing over the bodies, and they go to commercial, and they come back, and then Renee's like, there was a person there before me. It was Oliver, and Oliver's like, Emiko killed those bodies. Then you see what really happened. Diana was there. They knew that they needed some more backup, so they called Roy. Oliver called Roy to come help. And Roy suited up again, which was great. He got some great action scenes in this, showcasing his acrobatics. He's a lot more acrobatic than Oliver is. Even in the comics, Arsenal, or Roy Harper was. And it's cool because he's like the Nightwing to Batman type of thing with Green Arrow and Arsenal. I really like Arsenal as a character in the comics too. So, but this was cool. I was like, man, I want Roy back as much as possible. Roy missed out on like all of the crossovers. I hate that. Like the whole show crossover. It would have been better if he was in there. I like his character so much. Anyway, it was cool because you find out Roy killed those officers when he was defending himself. So Emiko's gang he's fighting them and everything, and he just takes out the officers, but he goes into a rage and beats them to death. Diana goes in and she's like, oh my God. Everybody's like, what do we do? And Oliver's like, we protect him. Because he's a part of the team, and some people are like, no, we just got in good with the city, and we work with the PD. This is terrible. It was terrible. But Oliver knew something was up. Everybody's like, is it Mirakuru? And Twitter was saying that too. Then we find out it was actually, like, Oliver's smart. So he came to realize, he was like, it's not Mirakuru. There's none of that in his system anymore. Let's go. And he goes and talks to him, and he says, how did you die? He figures out he must have used the Lazarus pit and came back to life because he has that bloodlust that Thea had. And Nessa, Thea, Roy went to go find more Lazarus pits. He figured he must have got hurt or injured. Roy told the story. They used it to bring him back. He has the bloodlust. Well, that's a problem for them. But Oliver lied and said Emiko did it. So the cops are going to be looking for her. And she also got rid of Dante. Renee's not trying to let up. It still seems like Renee has feelings for her, strong feelings. But Renee's not trying to let up. And he's like, if Laurel can redeem herself, Earth 2 Laurel, Black Siren, because she was terrible, maybe Emiko can too. I mean, why not? Everybody redeems themselves on these shows. Like, if they're cool enough of a character. Captain Cold on Flash, he was Stone Cold Killer. So was Black Siren. And they got redeemed. Why not Emiko? But I mean, like hopefully she won't have to die. Oliver won't have to kill her, or try not to kill her, and she ends up getting herself killed or something like that. But I enjoyed this episode. I like how it played out with the investigation and all that. It was pretty good. That was pretty cool. That was a really good episode. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's it. I like the way the show is going, and it just sucks because each episode is closer to us getting to that 8th season and the final season of Arrow. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be bittersweet. But I just wanted at least 5 seasons. I wanted to see the flashbacks wrapped up. I was satisfied. I really didn't like the very last episode. I wanted him to be on the island long enough to really grow the beard and stuff, like he was really stranded again. I always pictured that's what was gonna happen since the first episode, but it didn't. We waited 5 years. So we got over 5 seasons. We're going to get 3 seasons over, or 2.5 past that. And I've got to say I'm happy, but I felt like the show could go on. But maybe Amel wants to do other things, and if he's tied down to the show, he won't be able to. Anyway, that's my review. Enjoyed both of those episodes. Let me know what you guys thought. Leave some comments. Like the video if you like the video. See you next time.